Happy Facebook Live Wednesday, everyone. It is Facebook Live Wednesday number 75. And today's topic is one that I was inspired to do these skills on how to prepare our children for adulthood. And I have currently a 19-year-old and a 25-year-old, two girls where sometimes, I think no matter how you think that you prepare them, there's some skills that they will learn as they grow, as they experience challenges of their own, and who can predict some of the challenges that our children will attract into their lives, right? But I'm here to tell you 7 skills. After researching a lot of different authors and websites and psychologists, I've decided to choose these top 7. And they resonate with me because I've had some challenges in teaching these to my children. It is my fellow co-host for Aloha Mindset Parenting. Mello is here. And I think Mello would agree with this one. How to talk to people turned out to be one of the top 7. And I had 2 very, very shy girls. And the one thing that I said that I shouldn't have said is to justify or explain. Oh, I'm so sorry, my daughter's shy. You know, when in Hawaii, we give a hug. Hey, Alan. And my daughter would never hug, would never give eye contact, no matter how many times I said, just smile and wave if you can't speak and say hi, right? Her hands would stay down like this when someone hugged her. And I realize now that we can't force our children to get out of their comfort zone, because that's, I experienced that recently. I was at a get-together and they had a poker table there. And they're like, hey, Karen, do you play poker? And I said, no. Thomas didn't either. And we're sitting there feeling very uncomfortable. I didn't want to go on my phone, so I just watched and I observed. And I said, you know what's going on? He's like, no. But we were able to make conversation, ask questions, and I thought, this is a skill. I kept imagining what my daughter would do. Would both of them go on their phone? Would they look bored? But teaching your children, it does take time, and we must not force themselves to get out of their comfort zone before they're ready. So I can see where talking to people, especially strangers, one of my daughters had a difficult time making her own appointment. So I made her call the chiropractor. I made her, place her Starbucks orders. And for some people, it is scary. But you have compassion and know that it might take time. To not express disappointment, to not minimize it and say, you're just ordering a drink, or they hadn't even see you, just make the appointment, right? Because what happens is that you're reducing or kind of damaging their self-esteem, because part of them is thinking, why is this so scary for me when everyone else can do it, right? Number 2, this is one. Yeah, Melanie, I make them do it. How's this one? Telling your children that they are responsible for their own assignments, their own responsibilities. They need to be accountable no matter what. So I failed this one the other day, but I told myself, I'm in training, even though I have adult daughters, and my daughter had a class, and it was maybe about 20 minutes before her class started, and I just said, hey, I just want to say good morning. Oh my gosh, does your class start in 20 minutes? And then I closed the door and I thought, and she said, I set my alarm. And part of me thought, is she setting her alarm like 3 minutes before class? And then I realized, you know what? Step away and let go. Mello says, I do it too, but it's learning for both parties. Yes, because I know that my daughter was like, don't you trust me, Mom? And then part of me thought, actually, I don't know, But each time, it's amazing that no matter how late this child sleeps, she wakes up. No matter what turmoil or challenges she's going through, she shows up, Anxiety might get the best of her, throwing up, feeling that she has a headache, but we need to trust our children to manage their own responsibilities. And if they get up late and they miss class, they miss school, they miss work, it's not our fault. It doesn't mean that we did a poor job training them to be responsible. It just means that we need to let that bird fly from the nest and not clip their wings, right? Not let them feel that, number one, they're not trustworthy because we know that we can't trust them because they feel our energy. So one time, I think my younger one did say, do you even trust that I can do this journey? And I said, I do. I do trust you. But it's my insecurities. You know, I own it as my insecurities. Okay, so number 3, how's this one? Let them handle their own personal problems. As an only child, I know my dad made every challenge that I endured become his challenge. It could have been as simple as ordering or mending a karate gi. Chelsea's pants were too long, and my mom arthritis prevented her from mending it, and I didn't want to buy another one. And my dad, I know he thought about this all night, and he called me the next day and he said, I don't care how much it costs, just order another one because your mom's unable to mend it. And I thought, okay, thank you. But what did he teach me? That he will bail me out whenever I needed help. It got to the point where, through high school, he said, you can't be crying. You can't be crying when you're stuck, when you're in college. And I'd be crying in college. And he never went to college. But he used to help me with my algebra problems. He would help me if I'm stuck. And then I became a tutor. And I would get stuck. And he said, are people paying you to solve these problems? And I was like, yeah, I'm a tutor. Well, then you have to figure it out yourself. And I thought, what? He always helped me. But that's the thing, handling your personal problems has to be a skill that your children can navigate. And I can tell if I'm tutoring a 5-year-old versus a 16-year-old, and the 5-year-old says, I'm having a hard time, but I know I'm going to get this, even though it's hard. Right, Miss Karen? Yeah. It's okay right now that, you're confusing the M and the N, or we're working on NMNOP instead of LMNOP. And he looks at me and he kind of giggles, and I say, you'll get this. You'll get this. Because it's frustrating, right? And we want to help, we want to fix, we want to prevent pain. But if we do that, we are taking away the journey that your child needs to be on. And who are we to modify that journey? But that's the hardest part, I think, to trust in our journey. Sometimes they think, like this weekend summit, why did the internet stop working at exactly 10 a.m. on my birthday? Why was H3 closed when I had to have this massage on my birthday? And then I realized, the universe is saying, you know what? I know you got this, and I'm going to present some challenges, and you're going to get through this. And it doesn't matter, no matter what happens, like my friend Des said, during her part of her her speaker presentation is like, you know what? You are enough. And you are even more than enough. You are worthy no matter what is happening to you. So looking at this as an opportunity to grow, not a challenge to endure, not something, I used to think it's going to build resilience. And then I changed it to, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that the universe has presented. We may not understand why, and it does feel like a curse, but we will get it maybe years from now, and we look back and I think, thank God I got divorced. Thank God I overcame, whatever challenge that I thought was the end of the world. I look back and I think, I needed that challenge, Number 4, take risks. Oh, that's a scary one. My dad taught me not to take risks. Choose the safer route. And be aware of anyone who might take advantage of you, whether it's a salesperson or just someone that might hurt you. It's not if you'll be, he called it, if you want to be a fish, meaning are you going to take that bait and you're going to be caught and used, or maybe, the salesperson's going to convince you to buy something that you don't need. And the funny part is there was a guy selling, it was an air filter or water filter. My dad bought it. And I thought, did you just tell us not to fall for salespeople's gimmicks? And he said, oh, no. But I did the research, and this is going to really help filter our water. So, I think he learned as he got older. You got to take risks, but be cautious. Sounds like it's ironic. You have to be cautious, but then take risk. How do you do that? Well, while you're taking risks, be aware of what your consequences are. If the consequences, the negative outweigh the positive, think about it. But if inside you know that you're not taking the risk out of fear, which is a lot of times what prevents us from taking action, right? Is fear, maybe judging the outcome, or not trusting that you're able to take the risk, right? And just know instead, I'm going to learn a valuable lesson no matter how the outcome is. Number 5, how's this one? Cope with life's ups and downs. I'm noticing that no matter how much self-help reading and meditations, and my 25-year-old has started her self-help journey at 16, rereading Eckhart Tolle, watching Jay Shetty, even Bob Proctor, and you look at all these, I think, to me, inspiring leaders in the self-help realm. Wayne Dyer was one of my first. I was like in my early 20s, and I thought, wow, I love this just genre of books that enlightens me. Well, when you're in it, though, when you're in it and you have to practice what you've learned, how do you do it? So as a child, if you're taught that life will present its challenges, but it's supposed to. We think that we're not supposed to have anxiety knots. And then I'm realizing, the anxiety will be there, but I just have to let it know that, okay, it has its purpose. It's preventing me from getting hurt. But I have to tell my fear, my anxiety, that it'll be okay. And miraculously, your knots do kind of like unravel, and you find that inner strength. Does it happen overnight? No. And Mela was talking about this too during our summit, as a therapist, right? As a former therapist, she's learned, hey, you know what? It takes time. And you might think, I don't get it. And then one day you think, oh my gosh, now I get it. And then you don't get it. And then you get it. So it's like the journey. It's not like even a winding road. It's like knotted thread that goes all over the place. Like a maze, and you find the treasure and you think, oh my gosh, I've got this. And then all of a sudden that journey takes you to this dark, scary cave, and you think, I don't have it. But just knowing that your journey is purposeful and you're able to gain just incredible wisdom in your personal journey. Number 6, I did not do this because as a child I did have chores, but my priority was always academics. So as a mom, if my kids had an exam or a project, or they were stressed with school responsibilities, I laxed on the skills. And I said, you know what, concentrate on your studies. And my dad did that. I don't want you having a part-time job in college. I want you to focus on academics. You will always have time for work and social life. And so he got really upset when I got my first job at Dyer, Holiday Mart. Hey, Kathy. Thanks for joining. We're talking about the importance of chores and the life skills that our kids need in order to navigate adulthood and just prepare for all the wonderful gifts that adulthood gives us. But chores, I just implemented this recently. I was talking to someone and they said, what is your system for doing dishes? And I thought about it and I thought, I am the system because everyone is so stressed and I take it on. So we have a calendar now. And it's like mom, dad, Sabrina, Chelsea, mom, dad, Sabrina, Chelsea. And when Sabrina went on a trip, then the three of us have to take her turn. But when then she comes back, she makes up for it. And I had to let go of what time they do it. Because one of my daughters does it at 2 a.m., even though, to me, just do it throughout the day, or I have my own system that I think is way more efficient. But then I'm realizing as long as it gets done. Sometimes they do it at 6 a.m., and I'm thinking, why didn't you do it the day that you were supposed to do it? But I'm learning to let go. And when you delegate, let them do it. I've had moms redo cleaning the bathroom. You're sending the message that you did not do a good job. I had another mom redo the way the Christmas tree was decorated, meaning you did not decorate it properly. So really be aware of the messages you give your children after you delegate it. I've realized I cannot look at my daughter's writing assignment because I literally start editing, and then I think, wow, this is like a great paper, and then I see errors, and I've learned to say, you know what, you did a great job. Did you find any errors? I think you should just turn it in, and when they get that grade, whether it's a B or an A, you know that, right? I told my daughter, you know that you earned that A. And then I had to let go, where I guess my Chelsea asked Sabrina to edit her paper in exchange for vacuuming Sabrina's room. And I thought, okay, I have to let this go. You know, they did a trade. I didn't edit it, but Chelsea got her goal was to have her paper edited. To me, I'm thinking, is the professor going to know that she didn't write it? And then I thought, wait a minute, is this my journey? No. So let go and just allow your kids, right, to navigate the challenges. Don't fix, don't prevent, don't coddle. And as an only child, I'm letting you know it is damaging, because what it does is rips your self-esteem. And I don't believe sometimes that I can do it. And then my empowerment coach, Deslyn Hawkins from Kauai, reminds me. Des just said, good morning. Yeah, she reminds me, hey, you know what, Karen? You've got this. And I think, I don't know if I forgot this. And even with the Living 808 interviews, I'm going to do one this week, probably, because it airs every fourth Monday. And even though I've done like 5 of them, I still wonder, are these parenting tips worthy of being talked about? Facebook Live topics did I just do this topic before? And then I'm realizing, you know what? It doesn't matter, because I can do 5 Facebook Lives on this very topic, or on handling anger, or on handling feeling like a failure as a parent, right? Because different people might see the Facebook Live, and sometimes, like commercials, you know, their companies want you to see it over and over, and maybe the 30th time you think, oh my gosh, now I got this. And I'm learning with my 19 and 25-year-old, I'm a parent in practice. I have never parented a 19 or 25-year-old. Next year, they'll be in a different mindset, and I will be in a different mindset. But we can focus on the keys, the skills. If you have a child who is 36, they need different parenting, right? And when I talk to grandparents, the most wise words I've heard last week from a grandma said, I listen without an opinion. I said, is that easy to do? And she goes, hell no, that's the hardest thing. But I need to let my daughter raise my grandchild the way she wants to, because my granddaughter is her child, not mine. And I'm not in that, I don't have that grandma journey yet, but I'm learning a lot that we cannot put our journey, our expectations onto our children. Like, you know what? Why did you make that stupid mistake? Right? And sometimes you don't even have to say it. Like, my older daughter will say, you don't like that, do you? I can just tell by your face. So I have to really do a poker face, and I'll say, no, Mom, I can read your eyes. Really? And then I have to say, you know what? And does it matter what I think? I'm telling my daughters, make decisions based on what you want, not according to my approval, because then you won't be happy, right? And then I have other moms say, but I want them to make decisions that make me happy. I don't care about their happiness. If they make me happy, that's all that matters. And I let it go, because everyone has their own journey. I'm there just to share my experience, share my research, and I'm down to skill number 7, which is, this is the one that I'm still navigating. Help teach them how to find places, right? I think it's geographically impaired. When I went to Kauai, I was in the wrong area for Deslyn to pick me up, and I own it. But it's just one of these challenges. There's 7 intelligences. I don't think I was blessed with that one, but I'm learning that it's okay, because I can't be fluent in all 7 intelligences, right? Like yesterday, I was killing it on algebra. I was having fun, and I thought a lot of moms would be like, are you crazy? And I'm like, y equals mx plus b, and doing the algebraic equations, getting really passionate about it. But if you told me how to navigate the Kauai airport, which is probably one of the smallest airports, right, in the U.S., I thought, it's okay. Destin found me. It's okay to get lost. But this skill, it's scary. It is very scary for a child, even adult, when you're navigating a new environment. I remember going a day before. I would have my ex-husband drive me to the location. We didn't have GPS. We had to rely on those books, right? The maps, those thick maps. And just, I don't do well with maps. I want to learn, I want to be told, okay, then you turn left on this street, then you turn right. And it didn't work well with me. But if I knew that it's okay not to be able to navigate this, but that it is a skill. And with GPS now, even though sometimes it might not work, you can actually find visual maps. You can actually, I would just print it out. I would literally print it out so I would know. I would have to turn left on Kapiolani, then I would have to turn right on Pi'ikoi, and I would feel safer, more secure. But if you are going to a location like I did this past Saturday and the H3 was closed, I panicked. And I had to second guess because my GPS was weird and I had to rely on my intuition. And fortunately I got there, but that is a skill. So make a little treasure hunt and maybe you can draw it out, and it could just be a 5-minute turn left here, turn right here, or you're in the grocery store. Okay, let's turn to the second aisle and then turn right on the third aisle, go around the corner and let's see what's there. And maybe you have a little surprise, or maybe you pop up there, but make it fun. Deslin says, I got lost on Oahu a lot too. Yeah, my husband, who was, is from Maui, he took 2 hours from pier, to get his truck from near the pier to Waikele, because it's a lot of one ways. And if you're navigating Oahu for the first time, it is challenging. So recapping the 7 skills. Number 1, talk to people. Number 2, allow your children to manage their own responsibilities. Number 3, teach them how to handle their personal problems without fixing, preventing, or enabling. Number 4, take risks. That's a scary one. Because, I was just reading this, like you teach them to look both ways, right? And they look both ways. But now, if your teenager has headphones on and there's a blaring ambulance or a fire engine and they don't hear it because they're looking straight ahead and going to cross the street and you're not there. But when you're at home, you're thinking, are they going to make the right decisions when I'm not there? Well, you have to take a risk as a parent to trust in your child's journey. Number 5, let them cope with life's up and downs, and it could be minor. Like the other day, I watched my daughters make pumpkin crunch, and one of them was like, this is really hard, or I can't open this can, it's not working. And I thought, I almost went in to rescue, and I said, Mom, they said, Mom, can you help me? Can you do your mom power thing? I'm like, you've got this. And I felt so much anxiety. I told Tom, I said, you want to just take a drive? And we left. I'm like, Dad, can you come home to turn the pumpkin crunch upside down? And he said, no. And I looked at him and he goes, yeah, you guys got it covered. And I came back, pumpkin crunch was done. They turned it upside down. And I thought, wow, I need to learn to let go more, right? Number 6, chores. They could be minor chores. Yesterday, I was delegating some of my printing jobs for Chelsea. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to ask her, hey, can you put a load of laundry in the dryer? And she did it. It was 11:15 p.m. And I'm like, you know what? Do you think you can help me? I'm kind of stressed right now. She's like, sure, Mom. It's the tone of voice. If you don't sound like a dictator, and you really make them feel like they are treasured help, their assistance will just make your life easier. They'll do it. It's shocking because if I say, you know what, you haven't done the laundry in a while, can you help me? I'm busy right now, right? Or, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And you think, because she did it, she set a timer. I said, can you transfer it to the dryer in 3 minutes? I said, can I borrow your iPad? I said, yes. And she set the timer for 3 minutes. I thought, wow. Like Mello said, it might take time, but just keep being consistent in teaching these skills and don't feel like you're failing if it's not working because, it takes a lot of repetition. You're rewiring their brain. And number 7, the thing that I'm working on, is let them learn how to get lost and let them navigate their own destination. Because when they drive, or even when they walk, now Chelsea's saying, you know what, Mom, I'm walking, this is the path that I take. And part of me thinks, is that the shortest route? Is that the safest route? But I'm trusting, you know? That's the hardest thing. Trust in your journey, trust in your child's journey, and really work on that positive mindset. I'm going to retract back to number 2 when I said manage their own assignments, manage their own responsibilities, teach them money management, which segues to tomorrow's Aloha Mindset Parenting. We will have Kim Totori. I'm calling her the money lady. She is the one that during the summit talked about the money paradigm and also how to be responsible. How do you practice financial responsibility? And she is working or is launching an online course. It expires tonight, actually, at midnight. But if you want the link, message me and I'll give you the link. I posted it yesterday as of midnight tonight. That's special, and it's an awesome special. If you get it today, you will be in for life. So whatever she adds, if she modifies it, it's kind of like a lifetime membership. So my husband and I will, I'm kind of like, I didn't coerce him. I said, you know what? We need this. We need this financial, like how to build a nest egg. Even though he has some stuff, who does not need more like nest eggs or just putting some extra funds so that, you know, when I'm 60 in 3 years, I can visit my sloth sanctuary. Those of you who really know me, I'm in love with sloths. And I plan to visit a sloth sanctuary. So Deslin might come along, right, Deslin? Because she sends me these sloth emojis and little videos. So that's it, everyone. 7 skills. I would love for you, if you're watching the replay or even now, let me know which one of the skills is the most challenging to teach your kids. Because we all have, one of these skills could be, oh yeah, I can teach my kids how to talk to people, but can you teach your kids or trust that your kids will take the right risks? And is there a right risk? There's learning opportunities, right? So today, I invite you to practice actively teaching your child and teaching yourself one of the 7 life skills. And I'll be posting them when I post this video. And it's going to be on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It is Letting Go with Aloha. Check out my website, lettinggowithaloha.com. If you need tutoring, I have a tutoring website, KarenTheBrainBuilder.com. Find me on TikTok, Letting Go with Aloha, and Instagram, Letting Go with Aloha. I am branding Letting Go with Aloha. Check out KHON2's Living 808. They're on Monday through Friday, but the Parent Coach segment is every Monday. It's every fourth Monday, which happens to be next Monday, the last Monday in September, and then we're going to be in October. Can you believe that? Halloween is around the corner. What kind of parent are you going to dress up as? Post it in the link. Post it in a comment, and I will be back with another interview. Amazing interview. I have done over 75 interviews. I'm in shock, and I'm going to be posting another one next Tuesday. Thanks, Deslin, for inspiring me on my parent coaching journey. Thanks, Mello. She is doing a minor edit and uploading the summit. I know everyone's been asking, can I have a video of the summit? Can you email me the video of the summit? I just asked, are you going to be emailing me the summit video? And we are. The first link is on its way. The first video is being, I need to put it on my YouTube channel. The second one, guys, it takes sometimes 7 hours because we have 2 summit videos, both 2 hours. So what I'd like to do is tell you, like, at 1 hour and 2 minutes, you're going to see Deslin. In 45 minutes, and just tell you at what time frame you can expect to see one of the 10 presenters, right? We had 5 in one day, 5 the next day. And I've had someone ask if they could be part of the Parent Summit next year. We will be having it. I don't know if it'll be my birthday weekend, but it'll be in September. And so if you have anyone interested in sharing tips, advice that you know will be valuable to parents, please reach out to them and let them tell them to send me an email, message me. We will be choosing 10 speakers, and I'm excited. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Have a